Well, in a surprise move, first-term Hillsborough County Commissioner Republican Michael Owen resigned from his job on the commission this week. Instead, he will run for a seat in the legislature in District 70, which includes Sun City Center and Apollo Beach in Hillsborough County and parts of northern Manatee County, including Parrish. That seat is currently held by Mike Beltran, who is stepping down. Now Owen's commission seat is open. He represents District 4. It includes most of eastern and southern Hillsborough County. Travis, were you surprised?
Yeah, Mike's a great friend of mine, and I texted him, wow. I'm going to have a little talk with him when I do see him, but he's proven himself to be a really hardworking, earnest public servant, and I've been impressed by his work ethic. I knew him, and I knew he'd be a hard worker, but he's really proven to be one of the hardest workers on the county commission. I think he'll do great in the legislature. As Alex said, you got to take those opportunities when they present themselves, and I think he's always wanted to serve in that legislative capacity, and that probably suits his temperament and training as a little bit better maybe than the county commission.
Alex, when you go to Tallahassee, you get in the House, you're under the control of the House Speaker. You don't really have much. You don't have much creativity. As a Hillsborough County Commissioner, you have more power, don't you?
Well, it goes back to what does he want for himself and what he's interested in. I've heard rumors, you can tell me, that he's very ambitious for maybe even higher office. Maybe he wants to run for a statewide office one day or some other position like that. And so to the extent that he can be in the legislature and get some good committee assignments and engage himself more statewide and in more issues that are of statewide impact, then I can see being a state legislator can be a good jumping off point for him to build this statewide presence as opposed to just staying on the Hillsborough County Commission.
Mm-hmm. Deborah, what do you think happens to that District 4 commission seat in Hillsborough County? Stays Republican, right?
Definitely, and it will probably, hopefully, go to Christine Miller, who has proven herself to be an exceptional CEO, Plant City, Chamber of Commerce. She has an incredible background in public service, but also in business, economics, and enterprise. She's a phenomenal candidate. I think it will go to her, so that's a positive. I think Mike Beltran, he's known to be the smartest guy in the legislature. I think he has a great career. He's in constitutional law, First Amendment, so perhaps a federal judgeship at some point in time. So I think, moving around the chairs this was the opportune time to do it. And one thing for Mike Owens, you can say, is he certainly wasn't looking at the salary, because he went from $100,000 to $29,000. So kudos to Mike Owens.
Well, and the question is, what happens in that Commission 1 race where Christine Miller, the front runner for the Republicans, moved over to another race, and for me, I'm supporting Sean Shaw running for that Commission 1 seat. So he's got a lot of work ahead of him, but it's unclear how that race shakes out.
That's
countywide.
But both the Democrats on the panel, though, with the rise in registration of the Republican Party, we saw the Hillsborough County Commission switch from a Democrat majority to a Republican majority. What's your take on the next round of elections? How will that turn out?
Couple things. I don't think 24 will be 22. In terms of that massive, because I don't think Ron DeSantis' coattails will be nearly what they were 2 years ago. A couple things. We all knew Michael Owen wanted to be in Tallahassee. I found him to be a good county commissioner. I mean, he represented a district that was rapidly growing, that needed infrastructure badly, and he was willing to invest in it. I think you're going to see Christine move down there. Do not be surprised if the governor doesn't appoint Christine to that vacancy. To give her the ability to run as the incumbent. I do think for Sean Shaw, this was a blessing that no one anticipated, because I think he is probably right now, although it will be a difficult race, a very formidable Democrat in that seat. I think the numbers at the county commission won't change that much, because East Hillsborough is still fairly conservative, fairly safe Republican seats. But I think for Sean, this was a very, very good week.